Find the third proportional to 6 and 24. Now here we are supposed to use the mean proportional concept to use the third proportional. So if you see, there are together there are only three numbers and not more than that. Now until now we have solved fourth proportional problems, but here they are asking us to find the third proportional. Okay, so we are assuming the third proportional to be x. Now after this we will be using the mean proportional formula to find out the third proportion. Now how do we do that? Is by mean proportional, we have the formula is b is equal to square root of a into c. So now solve it. So a is 6, b is 24, c is x. So b is 24 is equal to square root of a is 6, c is x. So this, if you have to solve, if you take the square root to the other side, it is gonna become 24 square is equal to 6x. 24 square is 576 is equal to 6x. So 576 divided by 6 is equal to x. Therefore, x is equal to 96. So the third proportional which they have asked us to find is 96. I hope everybody understood this. Any doubts in this question? Okay. Now the next question is find the third proportional to 4 and 8. Before that, write the conclusion. Therefore, the third proportional is 96. Yeah. Now try and solve this problem. Find the third proportional to 4 and 8, like how we solved the previous question. Similarly, solve this also. Use the same formula. B is equal to A into C. Very good, Anusha. Right answer. We'll wait for your friends to answer, okay? Everybody is getting 16? Good. So what will be the answer here? Let the third proportional be x. Therefore, 4 is to 8 is to x are in proportion. Therefore, b is equal to square root of a into c. 8 is equal to square root of 4 into x. 8 square is 4x. 8 8s are 64 is 4x. 64 by 4 is equal to x. So therefore, x is equal to 16. Write the conclusion. Therefore, the third proportional is 16. Very good. Everybody has got the answer. Similarly, solve this also. Find the third proportional to 0.5 and 1.5. Is it done? Very good. 4.5 is the answer. Yeah, correct. 4.5 is the correct answer. So 1.5 square is 2.25 is equal to 0.5x. So 2.25 divided by 0.5 is equal to x. Therefore, x is equal to 4.5. Understood, right? Any doubts? Okay. Now the next question. Find the value of x when, and they've given us the two different sets of ratio. So we have x is to 8 by 9 as one ratio and 3 by 6 is to 4 by 2 as the other ratio. So here, since we have two ratios, there are four quantities. So this is a normal proportion problem where we will be using product of extremes is equal to product of means. When you have four quantities, use the rule of proportion. When you have three quantities, use that mean proportional rule. Okay, so here we are directly using product of extremes is equal to product of means. Now, what are extremes? X into 8 by 9, sorry, x into 4 by 2. This first number and the last one. So these two are extremes and these two are means. So is equal to 8 by 9 into 3 by 6. Okay. Now 4x by 2 or you can write it as 4 by 2x is equal to 8 threes are 24 divided by 9 6 are 54. Okay, this looks like 6 square, no? We'll write 2 up. Now when you have like this, you can just do the cross multiplication, correct? So here do the cross multiplication. And so what do you get? 4x into 54 is equal to 24 into 2. 4x into 54 is equal to 24 into 2. So what will be the value of x? We have to find out. So here 4 into 54 is 216x is equal to 24 into 2 is 48. So x is equal to 48 by 216. Now do some division here. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 10s are 20, 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2 2s are 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8, then 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14. Now you can take 3 1s are 3 2s are 6, 3 9s are 27. So therefore your x value will be 2 by 9. Now how did I do this calculation? Just divide by 2 everywhere. So first 2 4s are 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 10s are 20, 1 carried over, 2 8s are 16. Now second time cancel these two. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8. Now after that again 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4, 1 carried over, 2 7s are 14. Now finally you cannot go with 2 again because there is 7 here. So we went with 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 9s are 27. So you have got 2 by 9. So we are expressing the value in the simplest fraction format, that is 2 by 9. Understood? Is it clear? Good. Now let us go to the problems of statement problems. Now, if a man earns rupees 1500 per week, how many weeks must he work to earn 9000 rupees? Now, though it is easy to calculate using calculators, but here we are solving using proportion. So in problems like this, define which sort of proportion it is. Is it direct proportion, inverse proportion, simple proportion, compound proportion? Define which type of proportion it is, and then we will solve. Now, if you see here, first thing what they have given is the wages. 1500 per week is the wages, and number of weeks that they have worked. So if the number of working days or number of working weeks working weeks increases, this wages or the salary will also increase. So what sort of proportion is this? When one increases, the other increases. When one decreases, other decreases. What is this proportion called as? Is it direct or indirect? Check your notes. Turn back the pages. Check your notes. Which type of uh, proportion is this? Is it a direct proportion or an indirect proportion? Indirect? Rida, it's not indirect. It is a direct proportion. Ravi and Bindu, your answers are right. So if one increases, the other increases. If one decreases, the other decreases. It's a direct proportion. If one increases and other decreases, this is indirect or inverse. So in this case, if the number of weeks increases, the wages or amount also increases. If the number of weeks decreases, the wages will also decrease. Okay, so this is a problem of direct proportion. This is a problem of direct proportion. Now let us define which proportion this is, and then we will solve the problem. Now write down. The problem is a case of direct proportion since it contains relationship between earnings, that is the wages, to time worked. Within how many weeks they are working? So time worked. Fine. As the time increases, as the time of work increases, earnings will also increase. As the time of work increases, earnings will also increase. Okay, so therefore let the weeks to be worked to earn rupees 9,000 be X. We don't know the number of weeks, but we know the wages. For 1 week, it is 1,500. So for how many weeks? It is 9,000. Okay. So we will get an earnings ratio here. So earnings ratio is, for 1 week, it is 1,500. And for X weeks, it is 9,000. For 1 week, it is 1,500. For X weeks, it is 9,000. So the ratio is 1,500 is to 9,000. So if you remember, their ratios should not have any unit of measurement. So no rupees, no hours, minutes, nothing will be there. The final ratio will not have any units of measurement. Now another ratio that we will be able to get is the time. Time or weeks, you can take anything. So for 1 week, if they are able to get 1,500, for X weeks, they will be able to earn 9,000 rupees. So the final ratio is 1 is to X. Okay. Now let us put this in proportion. Put it in direct proportion. Okay, so direct proportion is, we have two ratios, 1500 is to 9000 and 1 is to x. So 1500 is to 9000 is equal to 1 is to x. Now you know how to solve this, right? We have to find the fourth proportion, and so we will be using the formula product of extremes is equal to product of means. So what is product of extremes? 1500 into x is equal to product of means is 9000 into 1. Now can you say me what will be the value of x? Let us see who can answer quickly. X is equal to 6. Good, Anusha. So x is equal to 6. Everybody got the answer? Bindushri, correct answer. Yeah. Now finally give the conclusion. Therefore, rupees 9000 can be earned by working 6 weeks. Okay, by working for 6 weeks, they will be able to earn rupees 9000. So that is how we solve the proportion. Every proportion problem, it is compulsory to define either it is a direct proportion or an indirect proportion. Is it clear? Understood? Okay. Now the next question. Now let's go to the next question. If the cost of 8 pens is rupees 200, find the cost of 18 pens. Analyze first. Pens are 8. Amount is 200. If number of pens increases, will the amount increase or decrease? Now say me if this will increase or decrease. X will increase or X will decrease? Increase. Sure, right? Everybody is sure. X will increase. So if one increases and the other also increases, which type of proportion is this? Good. It's a direct proportion. So this problem also is a direct proportion problem. So let us define that and we will solve the problem. So solution. Since the number of pens purchased increases, the total cost also increases. If number of pens purchased increases, the total cost will also increase. Therefore, it is in, or let's say it is direct proportion. Therefore, it is direct proportion. Okay, so much if we define also, it is more than enough. Now, Let us define what is required for the problem. Let the cost of 18 pence be X. So they have given cost of 8 pence is 200. So cost of 18 pence is how much they are asking. So we will assume that to be X. Now the first ratio that we will find is among pence. Okay. So first will be pence ratio. So first we had 88 pence, and then in the second scenario we have 18 pence, right? So pence are in the ratio of 8:18. Now when you take the amount for the pen, that is cost of the pen, the cost ratio will be, for 8 pence it was 200, for 18 pence we don't know. So that will be X. For 8 pence it was 200. Now for 18 pence, how much? So we have got two sets of ratio. Now let us solve them in proportion. Put it in proportion. So therefore what will happen? Or will directly write? Direct proportion is equal to 8:18 is equal to 200:x. X is equal to 450. Correct, Bindu. Good. So now use product of extremes is equal to product of means. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. So now multiply. 8 into x is equal to 18 into 200. So x is equal to 18 into 200 divided by 8. So therefore x will be 450. Did others get x is equal to 450? Very good. Now every problem, don't forget to write the conclusion. So therefore the cost of 18 pence is rupees 450. Very good. Everybody understood? Any doubts until here? Good. Everybody understood. Now let's go to the next question. 5 carpenters can earn rupees 3,600 in 6 days working at 9 hours a day. So this is the first part of the question. I'll repeat, let us read it once again. 5 carpenters can earn rupees 3,600 in 6 days working at 9 hours a day. So they're working 9 hours every day and they're working for 6 days and they are earning 3,600. Who are earning? 5 carpenters are earning so much. Now what is the question? How much will 8 carpenters can earn in 12 days working 6 hours a day? So here we have to find out how much money or how much wages will the 8 carpenters earn for 12 days and 6 hours. Now, if the carpenters increase the number of days, okay, their wages will also increase. If they increase the work or increase the number of days, day, time, week, all included here. Yes. Now, which sort of proportion is this? Direct proportion. If the time, days, week, everything increases, then wages will also increase. If time, days, week or their work decreases, the wages will also decrease. So it is a direct proportion. Now let us solve this direct proportion. Now in this direct proportion, let us define. Given work and earnings, earnings is the wages, work is your day, time, week, everything included. Relationship forms direct proportion. So therefore, let the earnings, what are we supposed to find? The wages or salary for 8 carpenters. So let the earnings be X. So we have the work ratio. Let me use the other color. Now we have work ratio. Now what is this work ratio? Now if you see here, first line of the question, 5 carpenters are working for 6 days for 9 hours for one day. Okay, 9 hours each day. In the second line, if you see, there are 8 carpenters who is working for 12 days and 6 hours. 8 carpenters, 12 days, 6 hours. So this is the ratio that we got. Now multiply this. 5 into 6 into 9. How much do you get? 5, 6 5s are 30. 30 into 9 is 9 3s are 27. So you get 270. Multiply, just multiply. 5 into 6 into 9. Now similarly, multiply the other one. 8 into 12 into 6. 8 into 12 into 6 is 576. So the work ratio for us is 270 is to 576. Did you all understand how to find the work ratio here? Any doubts until here? Yeah, correct. 270 is to 576. Everybody understood? Now, that was first part, work ratio. Now the second ratio will be earnings ratio. Now this 5 carpenters was earning 3,600. Now how much will 8 carpenters earn? So next one is earnings ratio. So if 5 carpenters were earning 3,600, how much will the 12 carpenters, sorry, 8 carpenters earn? 5 carpenters, 3,600. 8 carpenters is X. Now we have two ratios. Now let us put them in proportion. Put it in direct proportion. Now in direct proportion, 270 is to 576 is equal to 3,600 is to 3,600 is to X. Now do the product of extremes into product of means and find out the value of X. Start solving. Product of extremes, 270 into X is equal to 3600 into 576. So x is equal to 3600 into 576 divided by 270. So therefore x is equal to, what is the value of x? 7680. Okay, yeah, good.